Oh, this is a big one, guys. Comparison. Woo, that's a killer. Comparison is not a thief. That's a killer. Okay. Today we are going to talk about those thieves of joy. Yes, we as mothers are supposed to be joyful mothers. It's one of those things that we ought to be. It makes motherhood better, but yes, there exists such a thing as the joy thieves and the joy killers. And we're going to talk about that today in just a moment. But before we do that, welcome to YEM'S World. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the video if it's a blessing. All right, let's get into it now. All right, so we are talking about the thieves of joy, the joy killers, those things that attempt to remove joy from our lives. And you know, I want to base this whole discussion on a scripture that we all know very well, or maybe not. It's taken from John 10:10. I'm reading from the NIV version. It says, "The thief comes only to steal, to kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." As I read this passage, I'm like, okay, hold on a second. What were we talking about? What was this whole passage all about? So I had to go back to John 10:1.
Because I had to go back to the beginning. I'm a context person.
And the first verse of this passage really stuck out to me. It said, "Very truly, I tell you, Pharisees, anyone who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in by some other way, is a thief and a robber." To me, that let me know that the things that rob us in life are the things that come in unintentionally. They come in without us knowing. They're part of our daily lifestyles, the norms of our lives, and they just kind of creep in without us really knowing or without us really giving permission for it to. And yet they come in and they're able to steal stuff. They're able to kill and destroy the things that God has given to us. And so I'm going to talk about 7 things that steal, kill, and destroy our joy. And the first is, you guessed it, the devil. The thief himself, the original thief, the devil. The devil comes to steal and kill and to destroy. The passage says the thief, and of course the thief is referring to the devil. And the devil is afraid of a joyful mother. You know, we're talking about the joys of motherhood here. The devil is afraid of a joyful mother. And the reason is, a joyful mother, you know, we talked about joy in our previous discussion, how joy is a decision, right? So a joyful mother is someone who has decided joy because of this confidence that she has in the God of heaven. And so you're able to choose joy despite all that's around. Listen, 2020 it's been a rough year. It's been a rough year. And we so easily as mothers especially could be so sad and sorrowful and grieved in our spirits, and we should, you know, feel some of those things, but then at the same time we still have the opportunity to choose joy because we're still here, we're still standing, and God is still on the throne. So we can still choose joy despite all that's going on. So the devil knows that somebody who has decided joy is someone who has put their confidence in the Lord. And the devil don't want that. So the devil will now use several of the things that I'm going to talk about next to steal the joy, to kill and to destroy it. So that's point number 1. The second thief of joy, negative thoughts. Yeah. Negative thoughts. Everything that we do in life, every action that we take in life is preceded by a thought. No matter how immediate or spontaneous we think that our decisions are, they're preceded by a thought. We have to take control of our thoughts because our thoughts can totally be thieves of our joy. Point number 3 is busyness. Now, you know, our lifestyle in our society today glorifies being busy. You can win a Grammy or an Emmy or something for being busy. Yes, it's that serious. You haven't done anything until you have a fully booked schedule. And that's cool and all. But then again, when's the time to rest? When's the time to recharge? When's the time to just take a step back? When's the time to unplug? Hello? Unplug. Like my phone is right now, unplugged, even though it needs to be charged 29%. Listen, I love Jesus. Jesus is awesome. Jesus, he would do his thing. Oh, he would go around healing people, doing this and doing that, and then he would retreat. He would take a step back. He would be like, look, you guys stay on shore, okay? I'm going to head back. I'm going to retreat back into the boat on the water. Y'all stay over there. I'm going to stay over here. Let me recharge. Let me regain my strength and everything that I need so that I can pour out into you. Y'all know the story. Jesus was on the boat and there was a storm outside. It was busy outside. And the disciples are on the top deck because they're busy. And there's a lot of stuff going on. Jesus is like, look, I know it's busy up there. I'm going to go take a nap. Okay? I know there's a lot to attend to up there. But right now, I need to take a rest. And so he went down to the lower deck and he went to sleep. And they're like, come on, Master, what's going on? It's storming out here. You know? And he's like, look, I needed a break. I went to sleep. Busyness is a thief of joy because it robs you of the energy, the time, all those things that you need to refuel, to recharge, the time away from the busyness of life that you need to stay sane and to stay healthy. Busyness is a huge thief of joy. Point number 4, ungratefulness. Yes, ungratefulness is another thief of joy. The Bible tells us godliness with contentment is great gain. So yes, I know you live in your 2-bedroom apartment, it's rented, and there's not a whole lot of space, there's not a whole lot of square footage in there, and you got your 2 kids and they running around, and they turning the house upside down. I know. And you just wish you had more space. You know, because then they could have their own playroom, and then they can tear up the playroom, and then I could have my space, and they wouldn't have to be all up in my space. I know, guys. Trust me. I understand. But can I help you change your perspective for just a moment? Can you be grateful for the fact that you have a place to call home? Can you be grateful for the fact that you have a place to store your many possessions, your food, your clothing? Can you be grateful that you have a place to lay your head? Can you be grateful that even though the space is small, the children get to run around, between the living room and the dining room and everything else? They have space. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for all the things that God has given to you, even though you're not where you might want to be in life, but be grateful. There are people who want to be where you are. There are people who are living on the streets and they're like, man, a 2-bedroom apartment, 1,000 square feet, that'd be amazing right now. Ungratefulness, major thief of joy. As mothers, it can be tough, but we just have to find the things to be grateful for our children, for the fact that we have children. It's a blessing, it's a privilege. And we need to be grateful about those things, and that helps us. Number 5, this is a big one, guys. Comparison. Woo, that's a killer. Comparison is not a thief, that's a killer, okay? Comparison is trying to compare your life or your situation to somebody else. Major thief, okay? Major killer. I had an experience once. There was an example of something that I wanted to do. I saw this example. And I was like, I'm copying that verbatim. Like, that's exactly what I want for myself. To cut a long story short, I tried to copy, it didn't work. Did not get what I was trying to do. But more importantly, what I missed was that I thought that's what I wanted. But me trying to copy that situation did not bring me the joy and the fulfillment that I so desired. In fact, it was much more of a disappointment because it was like, oh, I should have just done it the way that I should have. I should have stayed true to who I was and what I wanted versus what I thought I wanted. And then I think I would have had a lot more of fulfillment in this whole situation. And so comparison, it's crazy. I mean, it's so easy for us to do because we see, oh, this person's children is this person's children, they are just doing their thing. They're the top of they're on the honor roll at school, and they're this and they're that, and they're this and they're that. They got a job, they got a car, this, all this stuff, and it's so easy. But it turns out, like a lot of times, the people who we're looking at and we are lusting after, in a way, are looking back at us and wishing they had our lives. Like, and we don't even know how, what everything that glitters isn't gold, right? So when you're comparing your life to somebody else's, like, you don't know what the background situation is. You don't know what the back scenario is. You don't know what the back story is. And so, oh man, comparison, you will end up sad, disappointed, unfulfilled when you live a life of comparison. That is a killer of joy. So be content with who you are, with where you are, and do not compare. Number 6, worry. Ooh, worry's a bad one. Oh, that's a thief. That might be a thief and a killer. It's bad. But you know what? The things that mothers worry about, I'm just going to read out a few things that mothers tend to worry about. They tend to worry about the well-being of their children, right? Well-being, everybody wants their children to be doing well, right? Safety of their children, right? I mean, things are getting crazy out there right now. All we want to know is that our children are safe, healthy. Hello, guys, it's a pandemic. We want to make sure that our children are healthy and in good health condition, right? We worry about what our children are going to eat, what they're going to wear, what they're going to, the things that they're going to do, those little things. We worry about those things. We worry and this is a big one. We worry about their future. Because, we want our children to be president. We want our children to be, the next doctor, the next lawyer, the next this and the next that. And we want to do everything that we can and want to position them. We want them to go to the best schools and want to do that. Those things, we worry about them. But I'm going to read you a passage, and honestly, it speaks for itself. Luke 12:24. It says, "Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn, yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable are you than the birds? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your life? Since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest? Consider how the wildflowers grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, how much more will he clothe you of little faith? And do not set your heart on what you will eat or drink. Do not worry about it. For the pagan world runs after such things, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well." Come on, worry does not help us in any way. Worry does nothing for us. Worry does not help us at all. The Lord knows what you need. The Lord will provide. He provides it for the birds. The grass, come on. You know how you trample on a grass. The grass, even Solomon in all his glory and all his beauty, is not as beautiful as the grass that's here today and gone tomorrow. Listen, stop worrying. It's stealing your joy. Instead, take all of your worries, set them at his feet. Pray about them. Roll out. That's what the Bible tells us to do. So, don't let worry steal your joy. And the final thief of joy. You're not going to guess this one. You. Yeah, because you are the one that allows these things. The devil can try all he wants. Listen, the thief will come if you want to come. if you have fortified your house, how's the thief gonna come in? So like I started off this video, it's the things that come in and we don't even really think that they are what they are, but they're thieves. Oh yeah, they're thieves, they're robbers. They don't come in from the front door. They creep in, a little worry here and there, and then suddenly the worry starts to grow and grow and grow. So you are the gatekeeper. And so you determine what you allow to steal your joy. Remember, joy is a decision. And it's a decision for you to make. These are my 7 joy killers. Don't let them destroy your joy as a mother. God bless you. And I pray that the joy of the Lord will continue and always be your strength. All right, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the video. It was so nice having you at YEM'S World. Until next time, see ya.